Philip, I want you to briefly explain the history of Christmas honors.
In 2009, we discovered that up in Arlington National at the time anyway, they had wreaths at certain grave sites, but they did not have them at all sites. And it seemed wrong that it was not on an all or none basis. So we got a group together, Leah, Claude, Todd, and some others who helped us to take a plan to task that would decorate our cemetery in our town in total on an all or none basis. That was 2009. We got with Walmart for a plan that is not part of Wreaths Across America, where you must buy live wreaths from back east. We came across a plan with Walmart and discounts that where we could buy big, beautiful artificial wreaths and red bows, and then worked with Baldor at the time, now Ab Suisse, to store those each year. And so a wreath costs $5, 4 for the wreath and 1 for a bow. And that's a lot better than $18 for a live one each year. And so our way works best for us. We have a very positive team that meets starting in September each year to plan the festivities, get a speaker, get the word out to the schools, work with the convention center, etc. There's always the initial preparation day where Todd McCorkle puts up all the logistics in place for us. Then the work day thereafter, where all the wreaths are pulled out and fluffed like you would the wreath in your attic right now. You'll pull it out and you fluff it up, put it on your door. So we do that 17,000 times. And then they're transported across the street over to the U.S. Cemetery along the curb in a staging area that is pretty. And then the next day each year, this year on December 3rd, there is the actual festivities where we have speaker and what have you, 21 gun salute. The real tribute, respect, and remembrance of the veterans and their families is extended. And then we'll say, all right, it's time to let the blessing occur. And 2 of the last 3 years, it has taken 3 minutes and 45 seconds for the entire place to decorate up. It's like a fast speed photography on the opening of a rose or something. The proximity of the wreaths throughout from the day before's planning helps that to happen. It is something our group, we just don't feel like we can say thank you enough to the veterans. We really truly believe that, but we also believe we should never stop trying to adequately say thank you to the veterans. And every once in a while, people will come up to Leah, I, or others on the board and say, thank you so much, thank you. And we politely interrupt them and we say, please don't thank us. That air in your lungs, please use it for the veterans to thank them. We don't feel worthy of their thanks. So we, thus the battle cry of our board, our group of 14, we call ourselves Team Unworthy. We are unworthy of the thanks. The veterans are where it should go. So 2009 to now, still going. Walmart still charges the same price today as they did in 2009. And McDonald's puts out 750 quarter pounders. Coca-Cola puts out 750 Dasani waters, Glidewell with the candy and whatnot. We have to feed the children who come to help us in the middle of a school day. The blessings just go on and on with coffee from Courtyard, Mayor Courtyard. It's really something. And then Ab Suisse to send 4 of their tractor trailer rigs down to our convention center facility and help unload them. And then a month later, they send them back down to upload them and take them back to store them for us. It's just amazing.
And a big part of making it happen is are the area ROTC programs. In Fort Smith, they call it the Grizzly Battalion. It's made up of North Side and South Side students. We get ROTC participation from over in Oklahoma, down in Greenwood. I think Alma and Van Buren has helped in the past as well. But to see these youngsters pay tribute to our veterans, and we tend to think that as a really unintended result, but a wonderful result, is that as for them to take part in Christmas honors, we are by and large creating a new generation of patriots.
Claude, what does this mean for not only downtown Fort Smith, but the entire River Valley area? It seems like this has just grown into, it's just huge now.
It certainly has, and as I say, over folks come in from Oklahoma, we almost have to ask them to come and sign up at the front desk on the workday at the convention center, so we know who's all there, so we can announce them and thank them. And they do come from all over the area as well. Philip can speak more to it, but we have had other cities in the region and beyond come to us and ask for assistance because they want to do a program similar to ours. So when we have some wreaths, extra wreaths or wreaths that are being replaced here, but still in very good condition, we make sure that they are in receipt of those wreaths and bows, as well as North Little Rock has come to us for assistance in the past. So we don't decorate 17,000 graves with Christmas honors. How many is it, Philip?
50,000.
50,000. And so it is, it's a far-reaching program. And this city, we're glad to say, and it didn't take very long for it to happen, but this city and the River Valley is fortunately ate up with this program. They can't wait to come and take part every year around the holidays, and then the wreaths stay on the ground for 30 days. They blow down, we put them back up. They blow down, we put them back up. And then we pick them up again about 30 days later and put them back in storage and start making plans for the next year.
We have support from El Paso, Texas sends support. Chicago, Illinois. We've had donations from Australia. It is truly gone. It was never meant to be some big thing or whatnot. We just wanted to adequately say thank you for that jewel of a cemetery we have in the middle of downtown Fort Smith. We have something that no other city has. Vicksburg has one in their city, but not in the middle of their downtown trade area. The Chamber of Commerce starts their tours whenever other people from other states want to come in to see what we're like. They start at the cemetery, go to the U.S. Marshals, to the college, and so forth. We're very proud of our cemetery and those there that are buried there and their families who shared them and still go out there to visit, spread a tablecloth out on the ground and eat a cheeseburger and just visit with their loved one.
It's such a universal effort in this city. Everybody comes together. There are no Democrats or Republicans or liberals or conservatives. It's Fort Smith and the River Valley, and they all come together for the very same positive reason. And that's why we have so much fun with Christmas honors as we pay tribute to our veterans and their families. That's very important as well.
Here's an interesting, we're not even at October yet or even Halloween yet. And we're talking about this. We have to, because it is such an important program to get started early.
We have to get the schools permission slips from administration to the teachers, to the students. We have to get buses ready for those conveyances. We have to work with the convention center. We have to work with people to recruit people with trucks and trailers who will come over and help us get the wreaths from the convention center across the street over to the staging area. The things work with programs and speakers, and then with Weldon Williams and Lick, who always helps us with the printing. And Leah, who's also, you can see her visual here, she helps us from an organizational standpoint keep up with every single one of those specifics, and we need it.
there are amazing number of moving parts. I mean, earlier this week, I was in touch with the sound folks, with the Fort Smith Chorale, with the folks that bring out the porta-johns, with the folks that bring out the chairs. There are a lot of moving parts, and they're individually pretty simple, but if the sooner you can get the date to them, the better the odds are it's all going to fall into place pretty quickly. Our fire department, the bagpipe players, the guys with the Marine Corps League that do our 21 gun salute, they all need to know what the dates are. So circle the date. And as I say, each individual little part is pretty simple, but then when you put them all together, and it's a lot of work for, as Philip says, 3.5 minutes, but it's a whole lot more than 3.5 minutes. It's 30
Well,
minutes.
and the other thing is you want to get the date to those who want to come volunteer to help with the assembly process, which is December 2nd. Get that on your calendar now, because the more the merrier.
That's exactly right. We have now, this year, we've had multiple corporations and and small businesses too call in to ask if they can reserve a table at the wreath fluffing. And we've encouraged them to please come and we'll put their sign and their logo up against the wall above the table they will work at. That's great. And I would encourage others in the community to call in to do the same.
We took a call the week after last year, the week after we picked them up from Congressman Womack's office. He wanted to know the date for Christmas hunters this year.
That's how far reaching this is.
Yes.
Our speaker this year, we always have a speaker. And this year, we're very proud for your audience to know that Dr. Teresa Riley, the chancellor for the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, president of the Fort Smith Chamber of Commerce, and many more boards in town that are getting her leadership. Her father was in the military, and we're very excited she accepted, and she will speak. She follows people like Dina Burnett, who's the wife of Tom Burnett on Flight 93. Clint Hill, who was the Secret Service agent who jumped on the back of the Continental convertible in Dallas, Texas, when JFK was shot. He's the one that tried to get up there to take the bullet. He called in that year, 5-6 years ago, and said, "May I come in and lay a wreath?" So we're thankful the word is spreading. We hope others will do it in their town. And we all keeping notes, and we will go to any town that wants our help. I will go help them set it up. They need their own local Pied Piper team, but we will give, because people respond better to that, but we will help them in any way we can.
And almost to a person, everyone we've ever asked to be involved with the program, almost to a person has said, "I really don't feel like I'm worthy, but I'm thrilled and I'll absolutely do whatever you need me to do to help."
That's the best part about this. All right, guys, thank you so much. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about it again between now and December 2nd and 3rd.